Very good evening, everyone. Very good evening, everyone. I welcome you all. I'm Utkarsh, one of the senior career advisor at Protouch Professional Training. Before we start, let me give a quick overview about us. Protouch is a certification institute which provide upskilling courses to the professionals like HR journalist, pause train the trainer to deliver pause trainings, corporate trainer and facilitator train the trainer program, certified practitioner coach certification, emotional intelligence trainer and coach certification, as well as organizational development and change management certification. We also provide customized programs, and all the programs are accredited by the topmost bodies like ICF, SHRM, 𝗙RCI, CPD, and IBAC. I'm so glad to see many existing students, team members, and aspiring students of Protouch who has joined this learning session. So before that, I would like to know from the audience, how is your weather at your respective places? You can comment in the chat box. Manaswini mentioned cloudy, Amin mentioned humid, Sarika mentioned hot in Chennai, Sagar mentioned rainy and humid, Akshata mentioned very pleasant. Thank you, Akshata. Ethel mentioned cloudy. Kashish mentioned mix of sunny and cloudy. Great. So now, before we start the learning session with Hetal, Manaswani, and Srivalli, our guest speaker of today's morning, I would like to take a moment to introduce everyone with our today's guest speakers. So let's start with Hetal. Hetal is a erstwhile research analyst, now paving her way towards a meaningful career by joining the workforce as a corporate trainer as well as a soft skills trainer. Manaswini is an HR professional having 4 years of experience. With her interest in the training field, she wanted to become a renowned soft skills trainer. Lastly, the Srivalli is a seasoned professional with 17 years of diverse experience and a gold medalist in taxation. She had worked with top companies like Carvi and Reliance Mutual Fund. Also, she is passionate about connecting with people and sharing insights. Along with that, she began her training career 7 years ago, and since long, she empowered over 500 individuals so far. It's our honor to have Hetal, Manaswani, and Srivalli with us today's morning. Over to you, Manaswani. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Utkarsh. And it is so pleasant to see a number increasing minute by minute. And thank you so much for this platform, Utkarsh, Kashish, and entire team of Protouch who's been striving and connecting with us. So a very good morning to one and all. Manaswini this side, as Utkarsh told. And I would like to reintroduce my topic. We have chosen a topic on how to develop habits. And our teammates Srivalli and Hetal have been a great support in doing this and picturizing this vision. And here we are presenting our best here. So fingers crossed and wishes all luck. So it would be great if you can share the screen, PPT, Srivalli. Great. Thank you so much, Srivalli. So here I need your assistance from the audience, everybody. So it would be great if you can switch on your videos. This is a kind of energizer for all of you. So to tune yourself into our PPT and whatever the insights that we give you, so that you can be tuned and fine-tuned towards this kind of presentation. And this is a kind of energizer, we do it for you. Screens on, everybody. Great, a great number. Great, okay. I'll start with an energizer where we do it, the name called Clap 101. When I say clap, you will clap. When I say 1, you will show 1 with your index finger. When I say 0, with 0 like this or 0 like this. And when I say 1 again, 1 you can show it with the index finger. Everybody clear with this? I hope I'm clear. Superb. Thank you so much, Akshita. So let's start this. Thumbs up. Great. Thank you. So everybody clap. 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1. Clap. Clap. 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1. Clap. 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 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1. I'm seeing people turning into 0. Fine, fine. Okay. So here I take a pause, showing you one finger, right? So I just want you guys to have this tuning. Write your number one habit that makes you be in this position. Every day we do have a lot of habits in our day-to-day life, be it healthy wise, be it mindful wise, be it productive wise. So anything, any habit that you can write, and we can have a discussion around 2 to 3 minutes, that would be fine to have a kind of energizer between all the attendees for this webinar. You can use the chat box for this. Most welcome with all the things that you wanted to share in the chat box. I think now I'm seeing a habit that nobody is using the chat box. Okay, fine. The habit is prayer is working for me. Good. Reading, nice. Even hi-fi. I do read books. 𝗪cie𝗵𝗃, book reading. Okay, great. Fine. And reading and listening to music. Okay, fine. There are a lot of readers here. The habit to listen to the song. Okay, great. Listening music, great. I think this is one of the intellectual session I can say. Habit of listening to music, reading and chanting, and habit of singing songs, waking up early. Okay, great. Fine. Okay. Readers, listeners, walking every morning and listening to ebooks through podcasts. Oh God, that's great. Journaling too. Yeah, journaling is something that mindful exercises are going on. Habits of physical exercise. Great, great. Fine. Any more still? Alone time. Yeah, me time. Yeah, I do have this. Meditation and journaling. Yeah, these are the things that have been picking up its own pace in getting that kind of accreditation by each and everybody. Meditation and journaling, alone time. Okay, fine. Fine. Okay. Morning coffee. Yeah, coffee lovers assemble. Mantra chanting. Yeah, great. Okay, so everybody has their own kind of setting, their own habit. And here we are with our most interesting topic of everybody's lives is that habit mastery, transform your life one step at a time. So here I am presenting myself with how these kind of, why I have chosen this topic, the story behind this habit making and habit formation, types of habit, and my inspiration of taking this habit as introducing myself with this kind of topic, and all of these I'll be dealing with in the upcoming minutes. So firstly, I would like to start the story behind habit. So we would like to suggest, and we didn't take the definition of habit according to the Wikipedia or something like very strict kind of definition. We have defined a story in a very creative way so that it will be imprinted in your minds, and it could be very creative in terms of we explaining and you receiving that. So here I am explaining about the habit, which is second nature in our lives at every point to point of time. So habit is a well-trodden path in a bushy forest. So in a bushy forest, we never know where the path is. But with our habit, we can pave the way towards our successful journey. And also we can pave the way towards any other challenges that we get, it is in our hands to pave the path. And how we will pave the path with the help of rocks, cement, sand, anything. So it is in our hand to pave the path towards the success of the journey. And it is about the self-awareness and self-improvement. Everything will be an add-ons in this journey when you're traveling towards that path. So habit formation, when we talk about, so everybody has their own pace in forming the habit. And here, a fact that I wanted to tell you is that everybody who has certain habit in their life, like we do have Akshita said that she's reading journals, and we do have other people who are saying listening music. So we never know that when it has become a habit for us. But according to the facts that we do have, a person will take around 66 days to habituate to a habit. Strange, right? So I don't know how many 66 days I have invested in making many habits, and I don't know how many 66 days that I will invest in my upcoming days to even more inculcate habits. I'm sure that Srivalli and Hetal also might be doing this kind of activities to have qualitative habits in their own lives, to be successful in their careers and personal lives as well. So that is one of the facts. So we do dealt with the types of habits that those are foundational, productive, social, and mindful habits. So dealing bit by bit all these things, we do come up with the examples. And anywhere, if you do have any doubts, and I'm happy to take all those at this moment, or else at the end of the presentation, anything is fine. So let's deal with the spectrum of habits, exploring the different types of habits that we do have in our research path. So let's see the very first thing, foundational habits, the core habits that we inculcate or repetitively do for the well-being of the health, overall health, to set the foundations to others. For example, we do have foundational habits like many people have told, like they are walking. Also, habits can be inspirational to others. We do it for ourselves, right? For example, I do have that habit of learning new things every day, having a read of 5 to 10 pages every day. I don't do it for others. I do it for myself. And the same way, everybody here, they do it for themselves, having that kind of passion towards developing the habits. That in that way, they do it for themselves. That is one of the examples that we can quote it for foundational habits. Let's see the mindful habits. I know many people here have exemplified a few of the mindful habits, say that journaling, mantra chanting, and all. So in the same way, practices that we do it for enhancing our own mental well-being, mental health, all these things are can be referred to mindful habits. For example, a few people take up yoga, few people take up breathing exercises. So all of these things comes under mindful habits. Anything that is peaceful for you, you do it repetitively and it is giving peace, that is a mindful habit. There is nothing more than to define it in a perfect way, or it differs from person to person. That is what Indians are meant for, right? So in that way, whatever feels peaceful for you, it is a mindful habit for you. That's it. So let's see the third one, productive habits. Habits that we do regularly to increase our focus towards one task, or we want to excel into the task. All that comes under into productive habits. For example, as a child, we never know how to crack a geometry figure, or else a trigonometry problem. So we do practice it. We do get the formula. We do get the pace of how to draw, what are the points, what is the radius, what is the chord. All these things we get to know, and we do practice at our own pace. From the childhood problem to now, when we want to have a certification, suppose like one professional want to have a certification of 𝗖𝗍𝗍𝗍, the testing certification. So that professional will have the experience of around 4 to 5 years into their career. After that, they will pave their way, get to know the things step by step, increase their diameter of knowing the things and all. in the testing field, and then they will, with all these practices, they will attempt the exam, they will get the success. So in this way, productive habits will enhance each one of us productivity. For example, another example that we do it in our workplace is that we will log the system and we move ahead with our desk when we do have any kind of work other than the actual work. That is one of the protocols which enhances the productivity of the organization in terms of safety measures and cybersecurity protocols and all. This is one of the examples that we do it repetitively for the productive of organization, for the productivity of the self, for the productivity of the team, so on. So let's see the final type, social habits. So everybody being the social butterflies nowadays, and also like everybody has their own LinkedIn, everybody has their own Facebook, own Instagram and all. So we do inculcate a kind of habits like reacting to something. Nowadays, Kerala floods are going and everybody are really keen to understand the level of the intensity of the calamity that has happened. And everybody are keen to help Kerala people in whatsoever quantity they want. So in this way, we do have that repetitive nature to react something, and even for the personal level as well, over the social habits, social social well-being with our personal people. So we do have that habit of wishing them on their birthday, anniversary, or Mother's Day, Father's Day, Daughter's Day, anything. And even in the professional field also, we are making it even special for the women employees, celebrating Women's Day, celebrating Men's Day. If Utkarsh, am I correct? Like, is there any celebration of Men's Day going on?
As of now, nothing, but in Protouch we plan.
Yeah, that's all. So these kind of habits, or the little steps that we do it for the well-being of the people around us, that is all comes under social habits. For example, these kind of days like Men's Day, Women's Day come in only once a year, but we do inculcate in our timetable and take time and wish some certain people to make their day and to have that kind of satisfactory meter over a level. So that's where we kind of include all these social habits in our daily life. So that's all about myself, my presentation. And here I would like to take even more moment for you, with you, to let you even understand why this kind of how to develop habits that we have taken this. So my personal inspiration is two gentlemen from American land, Dr. Stephen R. Covey, who has written a book called Seven Habits of Effective People, and an author called Charles Duhigg. Also, he's an author of The Power of Habit. He has given some incredible points through his writings, and I, being a personal fan for their works, and the willpower is a muscle, change is inevitable. So all these kind of cute things that he has given has led me to opt for this topic, how to develop habits. And Srivalli and Hetal, I will be grateful for you both for bringing your insights, and here we are with you both itself. Thank you so much for your time, and Protouch, thank you so much for giving this opportunity for me. Utkarsh, thank you so much. And rest I will be handling over to Srivalli. And that's all about my learnings. I rest my learnings, and any questions, I'm happy to take it. Thank you so much.
So thank you, Manaswini, for giving a brief introduction about the habit and the types of the habit. So hi all, good morning. So I'm Srivalli. So I'm going to take you through the further journey of habit. So it would be the hidden architects of our life. So do you all know what is this? Yes. So building habit really plays a very crucial role in each one's daily life. Is it not? You can put your answers in the chat box if you feel that it is really an important and it is essential for us to build a habit, right? I would say that habits does has pros and cons. So before going further to the pros and cons, I just want to let you all know that most of us, I think most of us would be agreeing to me. If you agree, please put it as yes. If you don't agree, you can put it as no. 95% of us would take the decisions based upon our subconscious mind, which is letting us through it. So I can just relate to you on this with this iceberg. So which is actually half of the subconscious mind is under the water, right? So whatever is the decision we are making, 95% of us are under the subconscious mind. So I would say that we need to get the subconscious mind into the trained way or a trained situation with the habits rightly set, like our great leaders, I would say like Abdul Kalam, 𝗙𝗵𝗵𝗏 Ambani or Shah Rukh Khan, most of us like, right? So all those great leaders, I hope they might have used the subconscious minds as a trained way so that they have built their habit and they have been successful in their careers. So at the same time, I would also like to add one more thing to it, which would be the case of a patient. Okay, so if I'm got sick, so I go to a doctor and I ask the doctor, please give me the medicines or the treatment so that I get recover in short time. Okay, so if a doctor gives me a prescription which says, yeah, this is a normal medicines which I have given you, you can see me about your recovery after 2 days. Okay, so I have a patient or me myself, I'm not confident that I am really doing, I will be really doing well after 2 days, right? If the doctor's answer to me was, please find this prescription, it is a powerful medicines which I am giving you, and I hope you will not see me back after 2 days. This could really give a patient or myself an impression that yes, I am fit, I can do my work right away, right? So that is our subconscious mind in a sense, which is telling us something that you have to do this or you are not well with this, right? So what my sincere suggestion to all of you is, listen, I hope the subconscious mind takes a decision, but at the same time, you need to train your subconscious mind that it is taking a subtle and a positive things into your habits and you start working on it. Yes, the pros which I would like to tell is, if you have these habits in place, you will definitely see increase in your potential, efficiencies would be increasing, personal achievements, and also stress reductions. And when you come across a negative habits or follow negative habits, there are a lot of risk in it. You re-emphasize on the routine work, you feel demotivated. So all those things comes to you when we also follow our negative habits to it. Okay. And I would also like to just add one more thing with this. I think I want everybody to think yourself as a child. Okay. And just imagine if in your childhood, okay, at the age of almost less than age of 5 to 7, okay, between 5 or 7, okay, so there is some voice which would be coming or throwing back of us, right? So it could be like a words, it could be like a rhymes, it could be like a song which is coming and telling you something in back of you, which is actually making you to do things when you are a childhood. You do it the way funny it looks like to others and all. I hope we can see our children now and we can enjoy it. But that is what they are able to listen and they are able to deliver that when they come out. Okay. So just keep this in mind. So I'm going to connect this back in my next slides so that we can relate it. Okay. So with this, I just want to show you all one more information. How many of you would read this? You can all put it in my chat box, or you can just unmute yourself and tell me what you're able to see on the screen. Yes. Manaswini, can you help me out with the chat box message, if anything, because I am not able to move back to chat box.
Yeah, actually, we are getting a lot of messages saying they can see good. Pratyaksh Tyagi, Twinkle, Praveen, Freda says good or 600D, it seems.
Okay. That's really nice, team. So, but the thing is, it's actually good, but it is again our subconscious mind which is talking back of us, right? So it can, you might think it is good, or still trying to find out what it is. You may think it is evil, right? So, but all those things come together where our subconscious mind is working. So that is why I just want to get this across so that you all will get connected. Yes, what you all are able to see with this? Can someone help me out? Okay, so with a great habit of or the mechanism of putting our habit formation actively worked on, I would say that we can get or cultivate the positive habit in us, because it says, the image says the steering is always in your hand, right? So that means you are the person to direct your goals. So you're the person who are going to take through your goals, and you're going to take through that road. So steering is in your hands, so plan it very well so that you can do the best over it. Okay. Yes, with this, I would also like to add one more great message from Dr. 𝗵𝗵𝗃 Abdul Kalam ji. You cannot change your future, but you can definitely change your habits, and surely habits will change your future. So let us keep trying this, and definitely we are going to change our future going forward. Yes. Next is I'm going to help you out with art of habit formation. So I hope these are the main things which we all need to make or form the habit to get successfully implemented, and we are being successful in the practice of getting these habits done and do it. Yes, uncover your motivation. So what is this uncover your motivation? So definitely I would say that motivation is very important tool for each one of us, is it not? Yes, because with this uncovering your motivation, you are actually putting a process of identifying and understanding the underlying reasons, okay, that derives your actions and decisions. So with this, you have to make your decisions, and your actions has to be performed. Okay, so you have to actually come out of your self-reflection. You should find your self-reflection. What makes you motivated? I would say just my example. Okay, so I actually, whenever I step out, actually I do a hybrid model of working, and whenever I step out from home to office, I make sure that I look the best at my office. Okay, so each day I go to office, I hope people will start greeting me with happy birthday, or is it your anniversary, is it your work anniversary, all these things. So I'm so motivated by the people they wish me, right? So this keeps me always motivated when I go and meet them. So that is the way of I motivating myself. I think you can think yours. So it can be anything, you playing with the kids, you interacting with someone, music, so something which is motivating you. I hope you have to inculcate those things so that you are always motivated for the success. Okay, so identify your values, set your goals, and then explore the interest. Very important is explore interest, seek feedbacks, because feedbacks will really help you all time. Just believe me, because I was been in an organization for almost 2 years. I have grown in my organization only because of the feedbacks I have received from my leaders. That really made me to change myself, transform myself, and I have grown in my organization, right? And at the same time, you have to visualize. So you should have imaginations going on in your things, because that will really make you what you want to become in future. Okay, and at the same time, I would just want to relate the child's picture, right? Child, when it has become of 6 to 7 years, I hope after that he stopped thinking about he stopped listening to the voice which was actually coming back of him. So why? Any reasons? Do you all know what was the reason that he's not able to listen to the voice? You can all put it in the chat box. Okay, in the interest of time, I think I'm not able to take your answers. Yes, but the thing is, he started listening to his teachers. He started listening to his friends. He started listening to the neighbors. Okay, so as he started growing, what is happening is his inner consciousness is getting down. So he is not seeing himself as he. He started seeing himself, the people are telling him, right? So that is where he has made himself. So that is actually making him to not actually find out what he is. So I request you all, please make sure that you have to understand what you are, and motivate yourself, and write a note, or take a paper, pen, and make a note of things, what you want to be, who you are. As all this will really help you to form your proper habit. Yes, the next one is putting a proper destination, right? So it is defining your destination. So when you have to define your destination, you should be aspiring to what you want to be. Directions to move for that destination. What is that I need, right? So you need to pen down all these things so that you are at the aspiration of the destination where you want to be with the set goals. Yes, the next thing what I would like to say is map your journey. Yes, once the destinations are all placed, I hope it is your turn. There you have to map how is that habit formation is getting performed. Is it doing well or no? So you should be having a timeline set for each habits which has to be set. So let us say if you have taken a habit of yoga or driving or swimming, right? So actually, I would say my example, if when it was summer holidays for my daughter, I have taken a habit of learning a driving in the summer holidays. Okay. And believe me, I have done it. The 21 days was a success story for me. So follow the 21 days with a proper roadmap and know where you are, and you can definitely succeed in the habit which you have put in. Yes. The next thing is really interesting, and I love this: reflect and adjust, right? Yes, this is actually a two different things which you have to put it in yourself, because the reflect speaks that it is all the things which you have done it, right? So what were the actions, experiences, outcomes out of it? You are going to take an insight of all these things. Okay, so take an insight of all these things and try what went wrong, what did not went wrong. So where is the gap, and what you have to work on so that it gets improved. So you have to put again a new set of goals if there is anything, or you have to improve anything, work on those things, right? And the adjust is really something which helps you to get this reflect and adjust together. So that is, you're adjusting wherever you have done wrong, you're adapting a new changes. Your new strategies have to be planned and good so effective, so that you can effectively drive your future, or you can overcome the goals which you have come up with, right? So I want you all to come up the lion in the mirror. Okay, so that would really be a challenge for all of us. But yes, with the formation of habit and the scorecard which will be told further, will really help you to come out of the lion. Yes, I hope this practice makes man perfect, right? So it's very important. Keep on practicing the habit which you have inculcated, and that will really give you a success in whatever is the habit you want to become, right? I would say habit is again a three-way tire. That is reminder, repeat, reward. So remind yourself what has to be done. Routine, you have to routine it, so you have to follow it, and then you can see a success coming in. So success can be in a different ways, as I always told the pros, right? So it can be a different ways of success which you could see it: professional success, career success, social success, your personal growth. So all those things you would be able to see it when it's again established as a routine. Yes, coming forward. So yes, any questions? Okay, thank you. Transforming power of developing habit. So before I start this, I would like to let you, I would like to take you up with a story. So there was a village man, and he was village man, and he prepares pots. Okay, so every week twice he goes to the town to get the mud for the pots. Okay, so he carries almost a good amount of donkeys with him, and he goes to the town. So when he was going to the town, he had seen when he was going to the town, and when he returns back, he sees that he ties all the donkeys to a trunk of a tree, and he takes rest for some time so that he can move back home with a good energy. Okay, so and this is a weekly activity, weekly twice activity. He does this and goes home. So one day, what happened when he was going on his way, and while he was returning, the place has come, and when he has to take rest, he observed that he missed one rope. Okay, so when he has missed one rope, he was really not knowing what has to be done. So he would be unable to tie one donkey which is with him, right? So if he just put the donkey like that, I think donkey may go away. So he thought, let me put the donkey just beside me and then take a nap. Okay, then he was sleeping the way he wants to go. Okay, but what happened? He was really not able to take the rest because the donkey was sounding a lot, and that was really disturbing him, and he was not able to take us take a nap. Okay, so then there was a village man, the town person walking around, and he came to him and he saw, yes, the donkey is disturbing this village man and he is not able to take the rest. So he went back and told this village man, let's try this out, it will really work. You can just pretend that you have put the donkey with a rope, you have tied the donkey with a rope, and it will stay there. But the village man was really confused. Will this really work? And will the donkey stay there, or what would happen? So he just tried the way which the person has told him, and to his surprise, he was able to sleep for a good time. Okay, so the donkey was just staying there. So it was really very interesting for the village man, and then he has taken enough rest, and then he said, "Let me go back to home." Okay, and then he has untied all the donkeys which were there, and he was trying to go home. But the donkey which was actually tied with just way of he has tied it, right? The pretending to be tied, but that was not moving along with the other donkeys. The village man started trying to beat the donkey and please take him away, but it was really not moving. Coincidentally, the same person has walked past through the way once again, and he told, "Oh, I just forgot. So let me tell you, now that you have pretended that you have tied the donkey, it is still in the impression that it has been tied. So you need to pretend that you have untied it, right? Then it would definitely move from the place it is." Yes, the village man has done the same, and you can see the donkeys were all moving along with him. Okay, so I hope this is a very great story, and it gives a lot of motivation and also a power of habit, right? Because it's been a habit for all of these, right? Because it's a habit that the rest time, right? So they need to rest, and it was there. All those things were there. So that is the reason I hope it works very well for each one of us to create those activities which would really help us in enlarging your inner efficiency. So what is this inner efficiency? So inner efficiency is something which is actually troubling you, or the prioritizations, right? You have to prioritize the things, utilizing the tools, techniques properly, and then effectively you can try to manage your time, and setting clear goals to accomplish all these things would be worked out when you're setting a proper habits in place. Okay, and at the same time, improved well-being. Yes, as I told, it really helps you all with physical, mental, emotional health. All these things would be overcome, and then you would be having a building relationship with your partner, building relationship with your neighbors, or it's a greater sense of purpose. Okay, and then yes, other things like personal growth, definitely you will be having emotional including your emotional, intellectual, social growth. So all those things would be improved if you're having a positive habit set for you. Okay, so at the same time, since we have a lot of positivity and all, yes, there would be a lot of challenges also which will be coming to our path when we start putting our habits into formation, right? So breaking the interiors. This is something which is very, 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 I mean, it really makes us all lack of energy, right? So because of lack of energy, lack of motivation, I think people are not able to take the things forward. So as I told earlier, the mantras for motivations and energizing yourself, please use those so that it really helps you to go further and take it up. Stagnation, please don't stop. If you feel you're stopped, I think you have to get to the correct or a right person who will help you, motivate you, and take the things further. Handling life's interruptions, yes, this is always there in each one's life, right? But we need to set expectations, set goals, prioritize things, And also you should be having the boundaries set for yourself, right? So which is important, which is not important. So all these things has to be put in place. I hope this way the formation of habits will really be successful, and believe me, it is going to do success in your accomplishments of whatever is the plan which you have done. Okay, so thank you so much for listening to me, and I would like to hand it over to Hetal for taking you further on the habit scoreboard. Thank you all.
Hello everyone. Thank you Manaswini and Shrivali. My teammates have explained about how we develop habits, the art of formation, its effects, its challenges, etc. But I would like to throw some light on how to keep up with these habits. But before that, can anyone of you tell me how can we keep up with these habits? You can unmute yourself or write in the chat box. Any idea how we will be able to keep up with these habits?
Repeating it again and again.
Is there any tools or any idea you have that will help us to keep up with these habits? By maintaining a consistency and not overburdening daily logs. Consistency is the key, not having avocations. Yeah, that's true. There are many. Okay, going forward, keeping reminders, 90 days practice. We can start small, steady, regular and track your progress. Okay, thank you. But the process of behavioral change always starts with awareness. Now, like strategies like pointing and calling and the habit scoreboard are focused on getting us to recognize your habits and acknowledge the clues that trigger them, which makes it easier to discover which habits you should change and respond in the way that benefits you. I'll give you an example. A Japanese railway system is regarded one of the best in the world. So have you ever visited Tokyo or Japan? Any one of you? No. Okay. So if we ever find ourselves riding a train in Tokyo, you will notice that the conductors have a very peculiar habit. I'll explain to you what that habit is. As each operator runs the train, they proceed through a ritual of pointing at different objects and calling out commands. When the train approaches a signal, the operator will point at it and say the signal is green. As the train pulls into and out of each station, the operator will point at the speedometer and call out the exact speed. When it's time to leave, the operator will point at the timetable and state the time. Out on the platform, other employees are performing similar actions. So before each train departs, the staff members will point along the edge of the platform and declare, all clear. So every detail is identified, pointed at and named aloud. Any idea what this process is known as? So this process is called as pointing and calling. It is so effective that it raises a level of awareness from a subconscious habit to a more conscious level. Because the train operators use their eyes, hand, mouth, ears, everything, and they are more likely to notice any problems before it goes wrong. Right. Now there's another one example that I would give you is that when we go for a trip, usually I have a habit to check things that whether I have taken my house keys, whether I've switched off my gas pipeline, closed all windows, and I have a habit of counting bags, especially if I'm on a train journey. So these are the habits that automatically comes to us, right? The more automatic our behavior, we are less likely to think consciously about it. And when we have done something 1,000 times before, we begin to overlook things. We assume that the next time will be just like the last. We are so used to doing what we always do that we don't stop and question whether it's right to do. Many of our failure in performance are largely attributed to lack of self-awareness. Embracing new habits involve a combination of clear goal setting, consistency, and patience. Now, start small by focusing on one habit at a time. Break it down into manageable steps. Incorporate the habits into our daily routine using reminders and visual clues to stay on track. Reward yourself for small successes and seek accountability from friends and group. Expect setbacks, but focus on the progress rather than perfection. Is that what I feel will help us out. Regularly review and adjust your approach as needed. With this, I would like to do one small activity with you all. Can you please take a paper and a pen with you, guys? Yeah. Now here I have given 3 scores for the habits. Plus sign is for a good habit, which helps you achieve your goals. Negative sign is a bad habit, which hinders your progress. And equal to is a neutral habit, which neither helps you nor it hinders your progress. Right? In the next slide, I have written down few tasks. You have to mark the task with positive, negative, or equal to. So we will have a timer of 2 minutes for the same. You can write down your positives and negatives and let me know once you are done. You can write it down in the chat box also. Can we continue, guys? Yeah. So I can see in the chat box that there are many people with majority positives and less of negatives and less of equal to. So this shows that we are trying to achieve our goal, that we are trying to incorporate good habits in us. So reviewing regularly and adjusting our approach is very much needed. With persistent and positive mindset, new habits can become a long-lasting part of our life. So this is known as, with this exercise that we did just now, is known as the habit scoreboard. It will, going ahead, we can use a habit scoreboard as one of the tool, and pointing and calling out as another tool, which will help us in reviewing our habits, implementing a new habit, changing our habits. Pointing and calling is also effective, and even the scoreboard is also very effective. This pointing and calling has helped to reduce the errors by 85% and accidents by 30%. Even the MTA subway system in New York had adopted a modified version that is point only. And within 2 years of implementations, the incidents had gone down by 57%. Now next we go is embracing the power of new habits. So one of the greatest challenges in changing habit is maintaining the awareness that what we are actually doing. This helps us explain why the consequences of bad habits can sneak up upon us. We need a point and call system in our personal life also. That's how we have originated the habit scoreboard, which is a simple exercise which you can use to become more aware of your habits. Reviewing your scoreboard to identify patterns, focusing on reinforcing positive habits, and finding ways to change or eliminate negative ones. Life has few guarantees, but one thing you can count is change. You can't stop life's ebbs and flows, but you can learn how to accept changes in your life. It's natural to feel conscious about making life-changing decisions and choices, because after all, consistency makes us feel comfortable. Small adjustments to your habits and mindset can break down any resistance to change and welcome the new habit. If we want to change a habit, we should keep doing the same thing for 21 days, and then it will be easy to follow. So let's take a pledge and make an important change in our life. Okay, nurturing change can be as challenging as the transition itself. But with intentional actions, you can sustain your transformation and growth. So with this, I would like to conclude our presentation, and we are open for questions from your end. Thank you so much.
Guys, any questions? We are happy to answer.
Manishwini, no question as such, but this is a really insightful session, which I personally liked. Right. So thank you so much, everyone. So like what I get to know, like if we do some sort of habit, like for 21 days, right? So it's automatically start implementing throughout our life. So this is
Yeah,
what,
absolutely, absolutely.
yeah. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
In fact,
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
in fact, there is a book, if people who like to read books, there's a book called Atomic Habits, if you get a chance to go
Yeah,
through.
yeah.
I have read.
So we are getting a kind of feedback from everybody, like very insightful session. Thank you so much who have really patiently listened to us and really allotted your tight schedule on a Friday. I know how your timetables will be, and taking your time and listening to us is something that really means a lot for us and our teammates. Thank you so much, Neha, Poonam, Het, and Akshita, Freda, Tulika, Megha, Twinkle. Thank you so much, one and all. I can't take everyone's names, but thank you so much who have patiently listened to us and trying to give us feedback. And I think Utkarsh has dropped our LinkedIn URLs as well. If any conversations that anyone want to take regarding this kind of conversations about soft skills training or corporate training, we are really happy to have those conversations over LinkedIn. So Utkarsh, I think I'm done from my end. So anything is from your end itself.
No, that's all from my side too. Thank you.
Okay, so I would say it was a really great session, and I think no one will have any question. It means everyone have learned a lot. So first of all, can we have a great round of applause for all of our trainers?
Thank you. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you. Means a lot.
So anyone have any questions or anything, if they can, they can ask.
Yeah, any feedback, anything that you wanted to suggest, remarks, anything is fine.
Okay, so thank you so much for such a knowledgeable session. And even I like the concept of positive, negative, and neutral habits basically. And I think I am going to implement it in my day-to-day life and task as well.
Thank you, Sagar.
Yeah, all the credit to Hetal.
Thank you so much. Even the credit goes to Manashwi and Valli for all these efforts for the presentation.
Thank you so much, everyone. Even I like the session, and the most thing I liked about this session is 4 points I have even noted down, which is uncover your motivation, define your destination, map your journey, and reflect and adjust, which I am going to do now onwards. So thank you so much for the session. It was a very great session.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So, all right, I think we are on time. So, thank you so much, everyone, for joining. Have a lovely day. Thank you.
Thank you so
Kashish.
much.
Thank you. Thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Thanks, everybody.